Don't scroll just yet. This might be exactly what you need to hear today. The journey began with a deeply ingrained belief: spending big on a first-class airplane seat was a complete waste of money. For years, like many, I viewed such a purchase as utterly pointless. Why would anyone spend thousands of dollars for a seat on a flight that, ultimately, gets you to the same destination at the exact same time as an economy ticket? My logic was simple and seemingly sound. If I ever found myself with an extra 2,000 or even a generous $10,000, my mind would immediately drift to more tangible, lasting pleasures: a luxurious hotel stay, an unforgettable fine dining experience, or perhaps a series of enriching adventures. The idea of wasting that money on a few hours of extra legroom or reclining seat felt absurd. This deeply held conviction, this firm perspective on personal finance, persisted for a long time. It was an unshakable truth until the day unexpectedly found myself seated in first class. The upgrade wasn't planned. It was a fortunate twist of fate. The airline, by chance, had a surplus of first-class seats available, and to my astonishment, I was offered an upgrade for a mere $200. It felt like an undeniable opportunity, an effortless ease. To be honest, my expectations were quite modest. I anticipated a bit more space, perhaps a slightly better meal, but nothing that would fundamentally alter my worldview. Yet, what transpired during that flight, the subtle shifts in perception and experience, completely transformed my understanding of money and its true value. It was an awakening that profoundly changed the way I think about financial decisions and the purpose of wealth. This experience vividly highlighted a fundamental difference in how truly wealthy individuals approach money. For many of us, particularly those who have grown up in middle-class environments, money is often seen as something to be meticulously saved and diligently protected. It's a precious resource, especially when starting out, and the primary goal is often to accumulate and grow wealth through careful management and frugality. This perspective is understandable. After all, for someone like me, money had always been a tool to navigate life, to gain flexibility and improve my living conditions from what might have been more constrained circumstances. It was about security, about building a foundation. However, for those who are truly wealthy, money is not merely a hoard to be protected. It is, first and foremost, a powerful tool designed to enhance life itself. There comes a crucial point in their financial journey where the sheer abundance of their resources means that sacrificing comfort for cost becomes an illogical trade-off. Their focus isn't on the final price tag of an experience. Instead, their primary consideration is the value of their time, their convenience, and the overall quality of their life. This shift in perspective is profound. They aren't looking at what they paid for something, but rather what that investment allows them to gain, whether it's peace of mind, efficiency, or access to new opportunities. Before this first-class experience, I harbored a deep-seated dislike for air travel. The entire process felt like an arduous, stress-inducing gauntlet. The endless queues, the security checkpoints, the cramped waiting areas, and then the confined space of an economy seat for hours on end, often with limited movement. It was all incredibly tedious. Trying to avoid disturbing a seatmate just to stretch your legs, or contorting yourself into uncomfortable positions to rest, had become the norm. It felt like a necessary evil, a hurdle to overcome to reach a desired destination. Yet, the first-class experience was strikingly different. It was effortless, seamless, and remarkably relaxed. The crew's attentive service ensured every need was met, making comfort and peace of mind a priority. The absence of stress, the ample space, and the general ease of the journey made the flight feel remarkably shorter, almost as if time itself had accelerated. It was a revelation travel could in fact be enjoyable. Money, I began to realize, isn't just about financial security. It's about opening up a world of options. It's about streamlining your life, mitigating discomfort, and crucially, buying back precious time. Wealthy individuals leverage this power to live as comfortably and efficiently as possible, continuously enhancing our experiences. It became clear that people in first class aren't typically scrimping on their $200 or their $10,000 vacations. They are sacrificing other enjoyable aspects of their trip to afford the flight. On the contrary, they are there because they have the financial freedom to embrace the entire experience, to get the outcome deal without compromise. My previous mentality stemmed from a scarcity mindset, where every dollar spent on comfort felt like a dollar taken from another essential need. The scarcity mindset, which views money as a limited resource, often leads to hesitation when it comes to spending, even if that expenditure could genuinely improve your life. It creates a reluctance to invest in comfort or convenience. However, when you possess ample resources, that hesitation dissipates. Certain experiences, once considered extravagant or unnecessary, suddenly transform into brilliant ideas because the financial burden is no longer a deterrent. This was a stark contrast to my own past. I recalled my days earning minimum wage, where the thought of taking a bus or subway to work and university felt like a shrewd, economical choice. Why spend more on a car when $1 could get me to the same place? While logical at the time, this perspective value missed the value of comfort, time, and personal well-being that a different mode of transport could offer. As my own income grew, the logic of acquiring a vehicle for convenience, even if more comfortable options existed, became self-evident. When money is tight, certain upgrades indeed appear completely unnecessary. You've already paid for the basic service, so why pay more? But the affluent operate from a mindset of abundance. They don't dwell on what they could have saved. Instead, they focus on what an investment can add to their experience, how it can enhance their lives. They invest in value, even when that value comes with a higher price tag, understanding that the return isn't always monetary. This shift in understanding is what truly drives a desire to earn more. Experiencing this elevated standard of living, even for a brief flight, compelled me to reevaluate my own aspirations. I began to consider what I could do in my life to make such experiences a consistent reality. The return journey, back in a regular economy seat, served as a potent reminder of the contrast. My overpacked backpack barely fit. I had a lingering headache from restless sleep the night before, and the familiar discomfort of cramped spaces returned. It became clear. Once you've tasted a higher level of living, it's incredibly difficult to go back. If you're anything like me, you'll feel an innate drive to achieve that level, because you instinctively know you deserve it. What once seemed like frivolous luxuries transform into powerful motivators, spurring you to increase your income and work smarter, and to afford these enhancements effortlessly. This brief encounter with luxury reshaped my understanding of what's truly possible when I expand my thinking about money. It's not just about accumulating wealth. It's about utilizing it to create a life of greater ease, access, and opportunity. I've observed a fascinating pattern. Individuals who consistently expose themselves to higher standards of living tend to achieve those standards faster. They understand money as a catalyst, a tool that can accelerate their progress if wielded intelligently. This first-class experience ignited that same spark within me. My aspiration now is to reach a point where paying for superior comfort is simply not a concern. The genuine value of any, then, isn't found in the sheer volume of digits in your bank account. It lies in its capacity to genuinely improve your life. This profound realization liberated me from a previously ingrained tendency towards excessive frugality. Money, I now understand, loses its purpose if it doesn't enrich our lives, empower us to pursue our desires, or contribute to our overall happiness. It's not merely a commodity to be hoarded. It's a dynamic force that, when invested wisely in experiences like first-class travel, can dramatically shift your mindset and encourage you to think on a grander scale. When we perceive money as a tool for life enhancement, rather than a precious resource to be rigidly conserved, we naturally discover innovative ways to generate more of it, precisely so we can access more enriching experiences. True financial wisdom, therefore, is not about minimizing spending to maximize savings. Instead, it's about optimizing the value derived from every dollar. My partner often playfully quips that once he has enough money, he'll hire a driver, a stark contrast to his current disdain for driving. Initially, I thought his idea was amusing, extravagant, but now I grasp the deeper meaning. It's his way of investing in comfort, convenience, and ultimately, a better quality of life. If that level of personal improvement is attainable, why wouldn't one strive for it? You truly aren't rich until your money actively serves to improve your daily existence. Furthermore, being surrounded by individuals who possess significant wealth often unlocks unique opportunities that might otherwise remain unseen. I reflected on a missed chance during that very first-class flight. Seated beside me was a prominent entrepreneur in content creation and marketing from my own country. At that moment, I was unprepared. No book, no draft, no pitch. It was a perfect, organic opening for an introduction, a potential interview, a chance to showcase my own endeavors. This misconnection underscored a crucial lesson. My previous mindset, focused on scarcity and limited horizons, prevented me from recognizing and seizing such a valuable interaction. Consider exclusive clubs, elite gyms, or high-end golf and tennis lessons. People don't seek these environments purely for the superior facilities or instruction. They pay for the privilege of proximity to successful individuals, to a network of like-minded, ambitious people who could become future business partners, mentors, or clients. This understanding clarifies why many successful people, even those still striving to make it, invest in high-end experiences. They recognize the immense value of being in the right room. Even if it means stretching their budget initially, the potential for connections and opportunities often far outweighs the initial cost of admission. Now, when I evaluate luxury experiences, my focus extends beyond the immediate price tag. I consider the invaluable return on investment in terms of relationships, insights, and future prospects. Ultimately, that single first-class ticket transcended a mere transportation upgrade. It served as a profound lesson in how money can facilitate a fundamentally different way of living, beyond simply covering basic necessities. Wealthy individuals don't spend indiscriminately. They spend with purpose, driven by a deep understanding of the value they possess in their hands. True financial freedom isn't merely about the accumulation of assets. It's about actively leveraging that wealth to enhance your life, to unlock new doors, and to forge previously unimaginable possibilities. Luxury, then, should not be dismissed as wasteful indulgence. Instead, it can be a powerful motivator. It can provide a compelling reason to work smarter, to strive for higher earnings, and to strategically position oneself in environments where opportunities naturally materialize. Because, at its core, money isn't just about what you have in your account. It's about what you do with it. It's about the life it allows you to build, the experiences it enables, and the doors it opens to a future brimming of potential.